Well, let's go with the red one. I believe you go red one. I completely forgot what you go on came. But hello everyone, today we are playing on Winter Rift because it's going to snow. Oh, God, that's above my head. A lot in the next week. So I'm going to have exam next week as well. So I won't have enough time to go and play something. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just ignore every single obligation I have towards my studies and all of that. Kate, have I played with you in the last 3 games? First time, Kate, since 3 weeks. Okay. I prefer, honestly, old Winter Rift map, like old map, even though I played on this map and not like old league map. But still, I don't know, it looks like a classic old games that you would find on Facebook or Flash games. So that's why I prefer like that one for, well, a bit more. But I don't think that's like the case for most people. Lovely. I don't think that's the case for most people, so I decided to go with a normal winter map. This map is made by Moment. Killer A or Killer A. I don't know how I pronounce it. Seems like a really cool person. I asked him if I can like use his map and record. He said yes. And on league side it's kind of alright as well because I don't get any advantage from this. So yeah. This is night version because it's a bit easier on the eyes. The normal that's like completely white is like a little bit more in the eyes. And right now I'm playing this at 8 PM. And they have in the morning classes, so that's going to be lovely. I studied a lot today. I mean, I studied a lot. I have no idea if I have actually learned anything. But I did study. Okay, maybe. Flash Q. So close yet so far. That's a good trade. You're seeing there. By the way, the reason I stopped making so much... I played Silas last game. Okay, you have that. The reason I record like a little bit less now is because I have a lot of obligations now. And second thing is shit done. The second reason is because there is not a lot of good stuff nowadays, if you ask me. Like, I'm completely honest. Like, I have a league, which is pretty mid, let's be honest. You have Counter-Strike, too, pretty mid as well. You have Minecraft, which is only hype for like 2 weeks. You have Ark Survival Evolved that I'll probably play. It's really hype, but the problem is that it just eats more and more of your storage. So that's a bit bad. And now with lectures and stuff, like my storage is already full with PDFs, which I didn't even think was possible, but God, a lot of different PDFs that I probably didn't even open. Like, that's a problem. Okay, I can probably do something here. I have a feeling he'll die. He died without killing Oriana. That was really bad. Okay, she probably has a bard. She does not. Now, the question is how do I know that? Because she would have kept attacking me here. Anyways, they have that. No, they do not. I have a feeling they do not. Why do I have such a feeling? Ah, thank God. Okay, let me wear this Silas, but why? That doesn't matter. Then you have like, you know, Minecraft, you have Ark I told about, I talked about that is, and then you have this thingy, horror games. Horror games are not scary anymore, to me that is. I have no idea why. I play them at night, like I play them with all the lights off, I play them specifically when I'm alone. I play them like, you know, with full volume, so when some jump scare comes, it scares me like as much as it can, and there is still not a thrill that there was before, if you understand what I mean. Then we jump to indie games. Indie games were fire. Like, they were just absolutely insane. I'm going to remove Ash. Really annoying. Every single time I think it's something important. The thing is that, like, you know, they were pretty fire at first, but now all of them have overused plots. Like gas station. Like the first one, the missing hiker, was peak. Now when I think of that, I only think of like a gas station, and I hate it. I don't like it anymore. It was peak before, I hate it now. Like, it's crazy, man. I probably will not be getting you. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, I can get some damage in and get like some points for pass. I was that there anyways. So that kind of ruined it for me. My ping is all over the place. Like, what do we have? Alone at home, gas station, or like any sort of like, you know, late thingy. Either you're visiting like these thingies late, like store, gas station, or cafe. I apologize for pronunciation, cafe. Or you are working there like night shift. Or you are alone at home. And then you have like some sort of like, you know, supernatural stuff that's like ghosts, and it's always like, you know, Japanese or Korean old stories. But thing is, I don't have like anything against them. They are cool, they are nice, but it's like a Bloody Mary thing, if you understand what I mean. Like, it repeats so many times. I know weaknesses of like this specific entity, I know how it works. It doesn't interest me anymore. Like, it's like cannibal. Like, you have 2 movies and you're out. It's a doll that comes, and if you like invite it to your home, then you are fucked. And that's pretty much all. It's not like you have anything else there. How do you fight against that? Don't touch that. Don't invite it in your home in the first place. It's going to be like, I am a little kid that's dead, I died, my mom kinda homeless. And just say, I don't care. And can get in. You're fine. And when you know how that works, then it's a bit boring. Then it doesn't work anymore. Now I know what's going to happen. They're going to invite them, she's going to appear all friendly, and then she's going to start like just scaring them until she possesses one of them, and then that one is going to start killing the rest. Pretty simple concept. And it doesn't surprise me anymore. And because of that, it's boring. Same thing with other, like, you know, ghost stories that appear now. Make one yourself. Be a little bit creative. It doesn't have to follow like, you know, the regular already existing creepypastas. Make one. It's a ghost of a, and even if they do make it, it's like she died in school, she was bullied or anything or something like that. Like, I don't know, make something new. Like, I'm going to do it right now. What are like the general rules that we have that are universal to all? Universal. I didn't even pronounce that the first time. It's, you have to be scared to be possessed. We know that. For that to happen, usually you are either alone or with someone that's like, you know, prone to possession as well. So like, it's 2 birds 1 stone type shit that like the ghost or demon does. So let's say a scenario that is familiar to all of us, happened to all of us, probably is a scare for all of us. I believe they have a pretty good plan moment. So you go there, I switch with Silas, then I go there, and then I do that. Perfect. Fuck. I'm alive, okay. So let's see. Like right now, I'm in college. So you have dorms, but let's see, it's not like a creepy, like a classical creepy, like all around down dorm, but it's a pretty old one. So let's say you have that. So then, what can be like the next step? What can be good, but not like anything like the classic. Right now when I'm flaying them for not making anything original, like I have to be really original and I have to make something good, if you understand what I mean. So, let's go with the notes here. If I go type something and I do this, oh yeah, it stays okay, so I can do it like that. Okay, so, it's a dorm, it's an old dorm. That is going to be perfect. But just like an old dorm, and you're a student and you have a normal family, and the plot that I kind of want to go for is that you want to go and visit them for, like, you know, some sort of holiday. So you're going to visit them, and while you are going to go and, well, visit them, something happens on the way. So either on the way, like while you're traveling with a car, but now you're a student and you don't have a car. But let's say it's like a bad car, but if it breaks down, that's bad. Let's not go with that. Let's go perhaps, like, use that classic plot, but change it a bit. I apologize. So, you're in a car. Let's say, how did you get possessed in the first place? Ouija board at a party, too classic, but still works. Or perhaps you have a graveyard of the people that made that college, that were responsible for, like, you know, getting that college in the first place, let's say, like, pretty long time ago. And then you have, like, the 3 people or some shit. And let's say one of them, well, all 3 of them were pretty successful. But what happened, let's say perhaps one had, like, a tragic end of their career or some shit that you can find, like, you know, in biography in library or some, and, like, you can tell, like, that's the spirit. And you have to decide. Oh, that's a good one. You have 3 people that grounded, like, you know, that made one college, and then you have to decide which one of those, like, 3 it is that, like, you know, they are talking about. Oh, sharp 1-4. Sharp, for the love of God. So you have to decide which one of those 3 it is, and you have to be right, of course, to survive. In case you don't, like, in case you are not correct, you will not survive. Okay, so I dodged that. Okay, he got hit by that, he got that. Okay. Not bad. So you have to decide on that. So what's going to be, like, the next step? Was that mine or... Yeah. Let's go back. So those 3, and kind of the end, you're going to go at in the library, read biographies or some stories, and decide which one of those 3 that is. And you will go back to Ouija board. You're going to get to Ouija board. He's going to tell you what to do. And then you have to decide which one it is that's telling you what to do. And you have to find a good one to tell you what to do, or figure out if it's, like, a bad one. You have to figure out it's a lie. So you have, like, 2 rituals. One is bad, one is good. One is going to get you completely possessed. One is going to fix you, let's say. So one of those 2. You have an ending where you go to a church or a mosque or something like that. Try to get, like, you know, help with religion stuff, holy stuff. So let's say something of that sort. Then. So you have that. That's kind of like the ending. And of course, you either get possessed or you survive. Now you see, that's already pretty original. That's a lot of work though, but pretty original plot. Some people make, like, you know, those generic plots and make the game last, like, hour. Some shit as well, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I was so close yet so far. Oh, fuck. You little pieces of shit. That was so close. Huh. Okay, so think about it more. Car breaks down, and that could be the start. So you're at a party, you start new at this dorm, you do your tasks and all of that. That could be, like, you know, first, if you want to make a long game, because this is probably going to be a long game, 20 minutes, that part, like, you move, find a friend, talk, you go to some classes, do the first, like, exam, you're going to have, like, time skip, you have a party before, like, I don't know, Christmas. So what? Oh, I love snow as well. That's a pretty known fact by this point, I believe. So by the Christmas time, you have, like, you know, a little party, all of you, like all the students of the dorm, before, like, all of you go back home for, like, holidays. Okay. Do that shit. There you go. Perfect. I have Drake. They wanna go Drake, yes. So you have a party, and this party, like, let's say you are... What can be pretty original is... of course, this is a huge spoiler for anyone, like, I'm not going to make this game. Someone else will make this game, please just credit, like, you know, idea. Would be nice. It's going to make me feel like all important and shit. But let's say... what you have is, like, you flirt with a girl or something. Or you are a girl and you flirt with a boy, I don't know, doesn't matter. Like, and you wanna go and kiss and you go outside, but outside you realize this is a graveyard of the people that, like, you know, made this college. And then you wanna be cool, and then you wanna be hip, and then you go like, oh, look at me, what I do. And then you accidentally break one grave or something like that. And that angers the spirit. And now you're cursed by a resentful spirit. Peak cinema. So that's how that will happen. So then you go with your crappy car or a bus. But let's say a car. I'm going to make like scenario for both. Car breaks down, or tire like just blows or whatever. You have a flat tire. You go fix that tire, something paranormal happens in the distance, or you hear it it's like a pretty small thing, not a jump scare, nothing. You go to your family, let's say they sent you to a basement or some shit to get like a jar of pickles or something, I don't know. Once again, you go there, something that's pretty vague. You're in there, I know that. I mean, I can catch you either way with my ultimate. Okay, let's do that. Let's do just that. So, something pretty vague happens, but a bit like harder than, of course, with a car, because that's kind of like how it works. It progresses every single time. So you had that. If I had that attack and buff, it would have been amazing. Like, just imagine. Who plays what? Okay, that's my locks. So you had that. Then let's say. That was an incredible dodge. Oh god, my Lux is incredible. 317, no wonder. So maybe it can get even more like a deer, because you need, like, you know, to be pretty close to possession. At the end times, you're going to go to library, and let's say that the boy or girl you flirt with or something kill themselves. Because, like, you know, and you see a message or some shit for you. This shit has been happening, it's insane. And then you're like, oh, that's happening to me, so it's going to go even worse, because like this person was, like, you know, mentally weaker than me, or some shit like that. So let's say that's the plot why you're not already dead. And then you go try to fix yourself. Once again, I told you, in a library, you go search biographies, see which one of those is like a resentful spirit. And you go like, oh, I can go use Ouija and communicate with the spirit and see, like, these two are going to help me, like the other two. And then you have to decide if, like, the thing that you're, like, speaking with in the Ouija, or with the Ouija or whatever, is a resentful spirit telling you, like, to do this ritual so you will die, or it's actually like one of these two and start trying to help you. And then you do that, and then it's either a good or a bad ending. I would say that's an amazing plot right there. An amazing game, and... No, you're back. Sadly. Now, if I knew how to code... I know how to code something, but not like that. Not even close. Like, I would say that's a pretty decent game right there. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I believe I proved my point right there. It's pretty simple to write something that's good. Like, that's the game I would play, and I would be happy to play. Now, the story is pretty good. The problem is you need to make that shit. You need to make it enjoyable play. Music is really important. How you do the scares is really important. All of that. But plot in itself is, I believe, one of the better ones. And that's I believe objectively talking, objectively speaking, not like, you know, subjectively because like I, like, you know, made this plot. But actually I believe it's not bad. I believe it is a really nice plot. And I'm really happy with it. I had 3600. By the way, I have here mint tea and I have put some sugar in it. Because I'm kinda sick. But God, it's disgusting. I believe it's because of sugar. Unironically, I thought like, you know, I was like, I'm going to make myself like a little treat. Because like, you know, I was working a lot and studying a lot. So I was like, I'm sick, I'm going to make myself tea, but with like sugar. Because of that, it's disgusting. I know, disgusting. I believe like I would have enjoyed like tea without sugar more. Usually I put like honey, like a little bit, but I don't have any because I use it all. Oh god, that was disgusting. What's with? But we had 3 drakes. Wait, do I have a soul? But why is it like this? But that's a there. That's really confusing. Oh, stop. I mean, I have my E. Bait. Okay, I have ultimate, so you go there, and then you go that, I go that. Okay, now. Go there, you go there, perfect, and then you go another Q, perfect, and then triple. Very simple. As for cell division, you have G1 phase, then you have G2, or no, then you have S phase, and then you have G2 or no, you have S phase or G0 phase. G0 phase is like a pause phase, S phase is synthesis, and then you have G2 phase, which is like the other phase, and then it's pretty much preparation. I'm going to go with Lux. It's preparation for like mitosis, if I'm not mistaken. S plus. Okay, that was pretty decent. Okay, that's pretty much all, I believe. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my little plot over here for a game. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. If you did, comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I have exam Wednesday. Next Wednesday, that's 29th, I believe. 27th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or 24th. I have no idea. So yeah, wish me luck anyways, and I believe that's pretty much all. You should study as well, and if someone wants to make a game like this, I have a huge spider on my wall. I'm going to deal with that moment. Bye bye. Thank you very much. I love you all. Bye bye.